Hi, I'm Lavonda.
And I'm Doug.
And together we are LD Worldwide Travels. And today we're going to continue to take you on our journey in Scotland. Next stop, Blur Castle, Culloden Battlefield, the Moray Firth Cruise, and ecotourism in Scotland.
Stay tuned. This is going to be good.
Join us on this ride.
Like and subscribe.
Won't you?
Like and subscribe.
Traveling worldwide. Join us on this ride.
Like and subscribe.
Won't you?
Like and subscribe.
All right, so first we kind of touched on the Culloden Battlefield a little bit in our last video, but my husband would like to add something to it.
Yes, Culloden Battlefield. First of all, it's a big museum. When you first walk in, when you first get there, they have all of these bricks that's pushed out because of the people that died on the field. And right next to the museum is the actual field where they battled and a lot of people died. And you could walk on this field and they have red and blue flags. One for the British and one for the people that lived in Scotland. And the people that Scotland, they have bagpipes. So they play the music. They were the first ones online, like the Marines. They was the first ones online, but they was the first ones online with bagpipes. So they didn't have any weapons. So they was also the first ones to get shot. But anyway, long story short, of course, the British won. But it's still an amazing place to check out. They have a restaurant inside, and also they have a movie theater with 4 screens. So you can see the beginning of the battle, during the battle, which is kind of gruesome, and at the end. And this standing room is no chairs. You just go in this room and you stand and you look at 4 different screens. You turn around and look at it. Then you go to another room where they have the artillery, cannons, guns, bayonets, and they also have a display of the battlefield that you could also take a picture. You could take a lot of pictures in this place. That was a very crucial place. I kind of liked it. Me and my wife, we did the mile walk. It was really nice. It was some hairy Coos along the way. But that's all I wanted to let y'all know about that. That was very interesting. If you ever get a chance to go to Scotland, please check out the Culloden Battlefield.
And just to say, add on to that, it is really, it's just sad to see all the wall with the bricks, because every brick that's out is a life lost.
Yes.
And the wall is very long. So to see the wall and just see how many lives were lost, and that was very devastating to see. And then to actually just, when you're doing the walk on the battlefield, to know this is the actual battlefield where these lives were lost.
True.
It's very somber, and so just wanted to add that. But on to more exciting, fun things instead of the somber aspects of the trip. We went on the Moray Firth on a cruise, and it was very, very cold. Yeah.
Well, at first it wasn't cold. At first, when we got there on a ship, and this ship has a top level and bottom level. On the bottom level, that's where it's enclosed. On the top level, it's open, right? So you could just see Scotland, right? So it was warm and everything. You can also take pictures, take videos, whatever. And you have a captain on a ship, like a small boat, and he talks about, the areas and dolphins. That's also in the water as well. And me and my wife was just relaxing at first, and then all of a sudden it started getting a little cold. The sun started moving, right?
Well, yeah.
Well, everybody wanted to go see what the dolphins was on the first, and wifey, she fell asleep in my arms, of course.
Okay, so here's the deal. Every time he puts his arm around me, I fall asleep. Whether we're at home, whether we're at the movie theater, whether we're in Scotland on a cruise ship. He knows the rules. If you don't want me to go to sleep, don't put your arm around me because I get too comfortable in his arms, which God made just for me.
Yes.
And then I just fall asleep.
And then she just goes, oh my goodness, she done fell asleep already. So now.
Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. All right. So he put his arm around me. We're in the middle of the ocean. We're on the Moray Firth, and I fell asleep. And then he wakes me up and he says, "Come with me." So he's my husband. I'm gonna go with him. No questions asked. So I get up. I'm walking. We were up top in the open air part. He takes me down.
The front part of the boat.
Yes, and the upper level. I go down, which is an enclosed part, and then he takes me through the enclosed part of the boat that we were on, and then we go out to the front of the ship. I don't know if that's called the bow of the ship. I'm not sure, but
yes.
And I can't swim, and the boat is literally rocking because the waves are so intense at this point.
It started getting a little windy.
And I'm at the front of the front of this boat. I'm feeling like I'm about to tip out because the boat is literally rocking at this point. And I'm like, why am I up here? I was completely happy in the upper part of the boat, sitting down, taking a nap in your arms, and you woke me up to come here for what? To die? Why am I here?
No, she wasn't gonna die. As a matter of fact, we went back inside.
Well, thank you, God. I'm glad to be alive. Thank you.
Yes. I'm glad you're alive too.
Oh, thank you.
And we went back in the boat. We went back in the enclosed part, and then we went back upstairs. And then it was just like really, really windy.
He ain't telling you the reason why we went back in because I was like, look, you can stay here, but I'm going back. So I don't feel safe.
You say the boat might not be through with you,
but I'm through with the front of this boat.
So we went back in, and then it was nice and relaxing because it was heated. They also served hot chocolate as well, hot cocoa or coffee if you wanted some too.
Well,
so
you had to get some because we were too cold.
Yeah.
By the time we went back to the upper part of the boat, it was so cold that everybody, all 20, I think it was 21 of us, every last one of us ended up having to go back on the inside of the boat because it was freezing on the Moray Firth. And it got, it was so windy that it was supposed to be a cruise, I think, of an hour and a half, but we ended up having to stay out there longer because the waves were so intense that they couldn't turn the boat around. And so we were on the boat a lot longer than what they intended.
Like I said, it's not a big boat. It's not a ship. It's a boat. So when you're turning on a boat and the waves can get really choppy, that boat could tip over. So kudos to the captain for knowing what he was doing.
Yes.
And I plan to get me a boat one of these days. Yeah. Well, like I want to learn how to drive a boat.
Oh, okay. I was going to say you can't drive a boat. You ain't going to take me on a boat.
I want to learn it. I think it's going to be kind of cool.
They don't be getting on just boats and they ain't, the captain of the boat don't know how to drive.
Get a speedboat first and just go fast.
Fast? No, let's go slow. And then we can go medium.
Floor it.
Oh, y'all. Oh, my goodness.
Get on it. So,
this is what I deal with, but I adore my husband.
So the boat ride was very nice. And then we went to...
Next, we went to Blair Castle.
Blair Castle.
Blair Castle is not the ruins of a castle. It is actually an actual castle.
It's actually a castle. You know how people get mansions in the States? Castle. That's what you want. A castle sitting on acres and acres and acres and acres of land.
A castle, you could have multiple families living there and you will never see them.
No.
Unless you want to, because...
Unless you want. It's so many chambers. It's just... I think this one we went to had... 90
rooms.
Ooh.
But they only had 30 rooms open. We could only tour 30 rooms.
And let me be clear, these rooms were not small rooms. I don't get it twisted. These rooms were huge. I know what you're thinking, like, okay, a castle, they got 90 rooms, but they all small.
They had a room full of nothing but china. Like China was, thankfully it was behind glass because I would have been like, oh, I want to break nothing in this room.
And they had gold on the ceiling.
It was beautiful.
So when you first walk in, that's the entrance. So they have a whole bunch of artillery on the wall, right? And it's still active to this day. Like it goes from Duke to Duke to Duke. And it's only the guys that can own it, that's in charge of it. They don't let the women be in charge. I don't know. I guess it's just how they do over there in Scotland. So
women should always be in charge.
So it's also a family of it. They show you the family, and it starts from the head Duke all the way down to Duke 1, Duke 2, Duke 3, or whatever. So anyway, it's a guy that still owns it, but he rents it out for tourists. So we went in there, and it was just artillery on the wall, huge, humongous ceilings. They killed they had a lot of game. And people that don't know what game is, deer. You got a lot of deers just walking through heads, just all on the walls.
Yeah. They were definitely hunters for sure, because like you said, there's artillery everywhere. There's these deer, the antlers everywhere. In my opinion, like I told him when we were there, it's a huge place. Obviously, it's a castle. But for me, I wasn't impressed necessarily with all of the design. I'm sorry, I'm just not into killing Bambi. Why we killing Bambi?
Let's get some venison. That's good venison. That's some good
I like
venison.
Bambi.
Give me that venison.
As long as Bambi stay away from my car when I'm driving, I like Bambi. We don't kill Bambi.
That's that good venison. Yes.
Baby, that's not what I do.
Yeah, so the castle is huge, and it's also restrooms in there and also a restaurant.
Yeah.
People also go to this castle too. Every hour, it's the bagpipes. A gentleman playing bagpipes. And it's very crucial, very cool. And also in this castle, they have a gift shop, right? Mm-hmm. And I had some strong whiskey.
Everywhere we go, he seemed to have free alcohol. I tell you.
I don't know. It just comes to me. I don't get it. But it's very nice. The food was delicious too.
They had steak pie, which I love, but
it's kind of dry to me. But you got to get their steak sauce. They don't have A1 steak sauce like in the States. They got their steak sauce, but it did wonders.
Yeah, with the steak sauce, he liked it. But for me, I thought it was really good without the steak sauce. It's called steak pie. So try steak pie and form your own opinion if you're in Scotland.
And the price, in there is reasonable as well. People also have weddings inside this castle as well. It's a big ballroom. Well, people have weddings and they host weddings. So if you're ever in Scotland, you want to get married in Scotland, go to what name of that castle?
Blair Castle.
Blair Castle, yes.
And I do just want to say, overall, the drinks and the food in Scotland was not overpriced, and especially the drinks. Yeah. The drinks, like the size of the drinks compared to what you get in the States, and the prices were way cheaper in Scotland than in America. Yeah. But I am an American, so there will be no American hating over here. I love America, but I'm also a very honest person, and I will tell you that the drinks were cheaper in Scotland especially for the size of glass that they would give you for your beers and things like that.
That's true. Mm-hmm. That's true. So next
we're gonna talk. I'll take this one.
Uh-oh.
This was the Benif ecotourism. It's beavers.
But the house now, once again, they invite you into their home. Yes. It wasn't a castle, but it was a nice size home.
It was a pretty large home, to be honest.
Very large home.
Yes, and we do appreciate their hospitality. Yes. The gentleman and also his daughter that runs the place, they were very friendly. So if you are into beavers, then you should absolutely go to the Benif ecotourism. This is part of the Colette sustainability efforts, and so I definitely recommend it for beaver lovers. We were on a group.
Beaver cultivation, they call it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yes. So we were on there with definitely one lady who was on our tour, and she was awesome, by the way. If she's watching this, hi. I think her name was Georgette, but hi. Or Georgina, one of those. But anyway, if she's watching this, we truly enjoyed spending time with you on the trip. And she was really into beavers. Yes. And so if you're like her, please go to the beaver place to see the beaver dam, how they build the beaver dam. Well, the beavers build the dam, but they're nocturnal creatures, and I'm not a beaver lover. So for me, I was not wanting to be there.
We had to walk through some muddy places.
I don't like getting dirty. I never have.
So we went probably halfway in, and then I looked at her face, and she didn't have the happy face. So
I think it was this.
Yeah, so we kind of like walked out, but it was still interesting. They also do a little movie show you a little movie before they even get started with the beaver cultivation program, to get you interested on how beavers make their dams and how they only work at night. That's, so it gives you.
The video was the best part of it for me because I saw something on the video that had nothing to do with beavers. I saw a horse be born. I've never seen a horse be born before, but it was at the end of the video, and she said, "Hey, I don't mind showing you guys this." And it was actually the best part of it for me. I was like, "Oh my goodness, is that the leg? Is that that's the hoof coming in? Oh my goodness. Oh my God." But anyway, it was awesome. It was awesome. I've never seen a horse be born before, so that was the highlight for me. It had nothing to do with the beavers.
And also, it's acres and acres of land. So it is a lot of land they own, and it started from generation to generation to generation. Most of these places that we went to, is generational.
Yes.
Generational wealth. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I just do want to reiterate, the owner and his daughter, they were lovely people. So definitely, if you're into beavers and you're into beaver cultivation, then definitely visit the Bend of Ecotourism. Because it's something to see for beaver lovers.
Yes.
And
on that note, stay true to yourself.
Give your just due to yourself. Believe in yourself. Remember to like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you can always be notified of all of our new videos.
Until next time, travelers.
Until next time.